What's up everyone, The Real Code Gamer here, and welcome to every The Looney Tunes show character reviewed in 10 words or less. The Looney Tunes are some of the best characters of all time. They have a lot of comedy, a lot of development, and overall, a lot of positives. These characters are so good that I'm gonna review them from 0 to 11. Now let's go over a few rules. First, I'm only going through the characters that are only in the Looney Tunes show. Characters like Sylvester Jr., Mr. J. Frog, and Queen Tyranny are not included. I'm also not including all the background people, but I will include Carol because she's with Foghorn, and Giovanni because he's Tina's boss. I'm also going to include parents like Walter, Patricia, and Frank, but characters like Uncle Duck will not be included. I'm also not adding any characters that only appeared in the intro, but about the characters I will add, I'm going to talk about their character development through the entire franchise, as in I love them because of the original series, or I love them because of Doc Dodgers. And finally, these are my opinions. If you have any disagreements, that's fine with me, as long as you don't talk crap about my opinions. So let's start the video. The best main character. Hero or villain, he's perfect. A stuttering pig that deserves more love. Loved her in Space Jam, adored her here. The best female character. He was a hunter, now he's a news reporter. We're rooting for you, Catman. Worse than Sylvester, but he's still likable. Elmer Fudd, but worse. The champion of love. The OG Looney Tune. He eats a lot and so do I. Just like Sylvester, we're rooting for you. Tweety, but better. Characters are strong and we love that. We do feel bad for him sometimes. Roadrunner, but better. She's nice just like every grandma in the world. His version here is better than his original. Marvin's best friend is here. Beating up Pepe sucks, but give her a chance. Pete is the better friend of Marvin, let's be honest. A perfect friendship.
I'm not always a nice witch.
Man, was he dark in the Looney Tunes show. The worst of the three girls, but she's still perfect. A wrestler that's here for comedy. I'm not giving him some of my chicken. Where were you in season 1? Pete Puma, but worse. Unpopular opinion, I love him. The three comedic bears I didn't see coming. The character that deserves more. Black Bull gives you wings. Oh wait, it doesn't. I'll give it credit because it belongs to Marvin. The worst of the Tweety characters. Messing with Sylvester ruins him entirely. Speedy Gonzalez's cousin is here. Not the best rivals, but still cool. A rival of Daffy. The worst of the Foghorn characters. Friendly, but really stupid. Yosemite, but worse. Another rival of Daffy. Another rival of Bugs. Amazing character, but her getting roasted is hilarious. An underrated father of Lola. She didn't do much, but she's fine. Wow, that was quick to like Daffy. An underrated doctor. He's only in one episode, but he deserves love. And that is every character reviewed in 10 words or less. Now it's time to go over the top 5, but first let's start off with some honorable mentions. Number 25, Roadrunner. Number 24, Witch Hazel. Number 23, The Goofy Gophers. Number 22, K9. Number 21, Petunia Pig. Number 20, Granny. Number 19, Penelope Pussycat. Number 18, Walter Bunny. Number 17, Speedy Gonzalez. Number 16, Gossamer. Number 15, Yosemite Sam. Number 14, Elmer Fudd. Number 13, Pete Puma. Number 12, Barnyard Dog. Number 11, Wile Coyote. Number 10, Daffy Duck. Number 9, Foghorn Leghorn. Number 8, Lola Bunny. Number 7, Porky Pig. And number 6, Tina Russo. And now for my top 5. Number 5, Bugs Bunny. That's right, the main character's in the top 5. I know people are going to hate me for putting him at number 5, but come on, he's still on the list, so don't be mad anyway, because there's still a lot of good things about him, like his art styles, especially the Looney Tunes show. His acting is great, his comedy is so awesome, and his cartoons are just as good as Daffy's. Or should I say a bit better, thanks to the 1960s. And man, is he lovable in a lot of the shows and movies that exist. A batch of people say that he's the best character of all time, and I perfectly understand why. He's the master of comedy, he's the master of gags, and he's even the master of cartoons. But really, I've seen better. I want to put him higher, but there are 4 characters that I think are better. But he's still the perfect cartoon character in my opinion. Number 4, Sylvester the Cat. We all know him. He chases Tweety in almost every cartoon Tweety's in, just like Tom and Jerry. And these cartoons are part of my childhood. From the start, I was rooting for Sylvester, and after 15 years, I still am. His art styles are better, his catchphrase is better, his single cartoons are better, well not all of them, his humor is better, and his personality is so much better. I'm just gonna say this, he's an underrated character. Just like Wile Coyote, you want him to catch the good guy because of how annoying that good guy is. Even though I love Tweety, Roadrunner, and Speedy, but Sylvester's treatment is way worse. Not to mention that he actually died in Satan's Waiting. Perfect cartoon, but the fact that he went to hell while Tom went to heaven in his dream is just ridiculous. So yeah, he's an underrated character and he deserves it. Number 3, the Tasmanian Devil. You love him, we love him, he's definitely top tier, and it makes sense. His personality is so crazy that it's amazing. Tasmania as a wolf walks in show, he even turns into a tornado when he spins so fast, his voice is so good, and his art styles rock. Every show he's in, yeah, even Baby Looney Tunes, he's the bomb. He does get mistreated like Sylvester, and that's a shame, but at least most of the shows, he doesn't. He's a devil, but he does good things throughout the franchise. And what about Space Jam: A New Legacy? I will never forget him in that movie. These positives made me love him a lot more. I really love watching Tasmania because I really love Taz. After all these years, I love him a lot more. He's the bad boy we care about. He definitely deserves to be this high on the list. Number 2, Pepe Le Pew. Okay, let's do this. Pepe Le Pew is an underrated character. Why is he underrated instead of just a peak character? That's because it's 2023 and people are still hating on him. In my opinion, I think he's the best character besides my number 1 favorite. Most of his cartoons are adorable, perfect cartoons. His creepiness is so hilarious, you gotta love him. All of his voices are flawless, and his art styles are peak fiction. Well, except 3 of them, but the rest are really good. I mean, look at him! He's the most handsome cartoon character I've ever seen, besides my number 1 favorite. Also, his relationship with Penelope is really cute to me, and that's what's so good about Pepe and Penelope. And better, Pepe loves Valentine's Day, and my birthday is on Valentine's Day. Seriously, this skunk has no problems at all. But there's one thing I didn't like, and surprisingly, it has nothing to do with him. It's that he got canceled. You might think I'm making this up, but I'm not joking. When I saw all the videos about Pepe getting canceled, I was just done for. I hate this idea. And Charles M. Blau, if you're watching this video, get out! I don't want you to comment on any of my videos, because he's the one that got him canceled. He's the one that ruined the 2020s. I better not get hate from this guy, because we've done nothing to deserve this. He's a cartoon skunk, someone who's not real, and yet he gets canceled? Are you kidding me? Look, I'm fine if Pepe gets hate. It's their own opinion, but canceling him is way too far. You wanna know what's worse? He barely does anything in the first place. Yeah, I'm serious. Space Jam, he's in the background for most of the movie. Back in action, he only gets 20 seconds. Baby Looney Tunes, every time he shows up, he doesn't get enough screen time. In the Looney Tunes show, he only got 7 episodes, which even though I love all the episodes he was in, he barely got a focused episode. Sylvester had one, Taz had one, Marvin and Pete sort of had one, but that's because those two were in most of To Bowl or Not to Bowl. Gossamer had one, even Tina had one. The newest character from 2011 got an episode in the Looney Tunes show, but not Pepe Le Pew, because he gets so much hate that Warner Bros. Doesn't give him a focused episode. Now yes, he does show up in Members Only, which Lola marries him in the end, but he's only in the episode for 1 minute. He does get a merry melody, but the merry melodies aren't part of the stories. They're just songs in between the episode. I love the merry melodies, but it sucks that Pepe Le Pew gets nothing. This shows why his treatment is way worse than Sylvester's and Taz's. He gets hurt by Penelope, doesn't get enough screen time, doesn't get enough love from fans and the tunes themselves, and then he gets canceled, which he's not even real! This perfectly explains why Pepe Le Pew is my favorite character of all time, if it wasn't for one character who was better. And number 1 is Marvin the Martian. Of course it's Marvin the Martian. I've been saying things about Pepe Le Pew being my favorite character, but Marvin is slightly better. His art styles are my favorite ever, and unlike everyone else, Marvin has no bad styles. That's right, every show and movie he's in, he looks spectacular. He's also the most adorable character I've seen. His voices are also the best, and his cartoons are just as perfect as Pepe's, and his humor is excellent. Definitely the best of all humor. But just like Pepe, he gets mistreated way too much. Now, it's great that he's not canceled, but his treatment is the worst in the franchise in my opinion. Now, yes, he is one of Bugs' villains like Daffy, Elmo, and Yosemite, but you don't feel the same when you see Marvin. Now, I didn't have a problem with the first 4 cartoons because not only are they really funny, but how he lost was fair. And a better reason, they were in the middle of a battle or a chase scene. While Matt as a Mars hair, he loses unfairly, and it happens at a random time. And in Baby Looney Tunes, he becomes a new kid in school, and everyone makes fun of him because he broke Bugs' rocket ship, which no, he wasn't even close to breaking it, and then he had to fix the rocket. Taz was like the audience. We would do what he does and even say what he says. Like, Marvin and Taz saved the episode a bit, but the episode still sucks. But what I hate is that everyone else doesn't get treated like this. Now, Elmo did get treated like this too, but that's because he wasn't a new kid in school. He was just a random kid in the middle of town. And don't get me started with Space Jam: A New Legacy. That was terrible. I liked the movie, but his treatment ruined it. The other losses I don't have a problem with were the Looney Tunes cartoons episodes, Rabbit's Run, the new Looney Tunes Star Wars episode, and Back in Action. Because he was the villain in the end of their battle! The only reason why the staff brings him in every piece of animation is to mess with him. And it's not just for no reason. It's also to move on with the plot. Warner Bros. Do you know what you're doing? No, really, do you know what you're doing? First you get rid of Pepe Le Pew, who's done nothing to deserve this, and now you're messing with Marvin. Not only has he done nothing to deserve this, you clickbaited him and even Penelope being part of the Toon Squad. Not only are you messing with Marvin, you're messing with us by clickbaiting him and Penelope being on a basketball team. And you wanna know what the worst thing about all of this? Daffy, Alma, Sylvester, Yosemite, Taz, Wile E. Coyote, and Gossamer never get mistreated like this in the movie. So, you're gonna mess with someone who was loved by many, many people and give every other mistreated character a break? Yeah, I'm done here. All of this, definitely shows why Warner Bros. Is falling apart, especially of how bad they're doing now. And this also shows why Marvin the Martian is my favorite character of all time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Right now, I'm really upset with what Warner Bros. Is doing right now. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you wouldn't miss anything. Feel free to let me know in the comments who your favorite characters were, or let me know what you think of this video in the comments too. And since that I reviewed every character, next time I'm gonna review every episode from the Looney Tunes show in 10 words or less. And I hope you all have a great day.